How does a dashboard integrated with the car body actually get assembled? Get ready, because we are about to jump right into it. Like many assembly jobs, it starts with two simple sheets of paper, but do not underestimate them. They record the trim level and track any defects. Once the paperwork is placed, the operator adjusts the lifting fixture, hangs the material cart, and places the air conditioning assembly in its designated position. At this station, the complete dashboard wiring harness is laid out. Placing it incorrectly means writing a report. The harness also comes in different trim levels, so the operator checks the fix sheet. Next, the body control module and parking assist controllers are installed. After a rubber plug is installed, the blower motor connector is plugged in. Then the dashboard frame is placed in position. Both ends are locked so it will not shift. Like bones in the human body, this frame supports all the other components in the dashboard. The fixture is rotated and the fuse box is clipped onto the dashboard frame. The main wiring harness is then organized and secured, while smaller harness branches are set aside for later. Some people say car assembly is all clips and screws. Looking at it now, that actually sounds about right. Next, the body control module and parking assist controller connectors are plugged in. 3 screws secure the fuse box. Then the OCU controller is installed. Simply put, the OCU is part of the vehicle infotainment system. Now the wiring harness is secured. Missing even one clip can cause the dashboard to rattle while driving. 3 screws connect the air conditioning assembly to the dashboard frame. The KC controller is installed next. Then the ground wire is mounted and tightened with an electronic wrench. It allows current to flow and prevents static electricity damage. The fixture rotates again, and the steering column anti-collision beam is installed with its screws. The KC controller connector is plugged in, and the steering column is placed into position with 1 screw. The steering column trim piece is installed. The screws are tightened with the electronic wrench, and the trim piece is clipped onto the steering column. Since it is a critical component, its information must be recorded in the system. Next, the steering column wiring harness is secured, and 3 steering column screws are pre-tightened. Now the passenger side air duct is installed. Once the front center air outlet is mounted, the wiring harness is clipped in place. Next comes the sound insulation pad. After that, the windshield defrost air outlet is installed, also mounted to the dashboard frame. The driver's side footwell air outlet is secured with 1 screw, tightened with the electronic wrench along with the 3 screws from earlier. The blower motor area is cleaned up slightly, the wiring harness is secured, and the OBD connector is clipped into place. The fixture position is adjusted. The operator scans the barcode with a handheld terminal, then arranges the wiring harness neatly before installing the outer skin. Once the outer skin is in place, the wiring harnesses are threaded through it. If not arranged properly, wires can get pinched. The barcode for the outer skin and airbag is then logged into the system using the handheld terminal. The outer skin tightening station is perfect for anyone who loves driving screws. At this station alone, 11 screws must be installed. Over 1 workday, that adds up to about 7,150 screws. Pretty crazy, right? An airbag connector also needs to be plugged in. Next, the footwell light wiring harness is routed through the center lower panel. Once the panel is clipped in, the footwell light is connected. The steering column is repositioned, and the combination switch assembly is installed. 5 screws secure the center lower panel. The navigation head unit wiring harness is routed through the glove box. The contact switch connector and glove box light are connected, and the glove box is clipped in. The passenger side footwell light is connected, and point 7 confirmation is completed. The air conditioning outlet decorative trim is installed. Afterward, 7 screws are tightened on the glove box. Once the barcode is scanned, the process enters the key matching stage. Factory key matching takes only a few dozen seconds, and the worker keeps doing other tasks in the meantime. The driver door mechanical lock is placed inside the glove box. The ignition coil is installed. After plugging in the left stock connector, the fixture is adjusted again. When the testing device screen turns green, key matching is complete. The vehicle identification number label is then attached and placed inside the glove box. 2 anti-theft screws on the combination switch are tightened with the electronic wrench. People say mechanics hate working on this area of the car. Next, the standard 8-inch digital instrument cluster for the Jetta is installed. The wiring harness is organized, and the center air conditioning outlet goes in at the same time. The hazard warning switch sits right in the middle of that air outlet. 2 screws secure the cluster and the protective film is removed. The upper trim panel is installed and a protective film is applied. Then the 12-inch center control display is installed. Two screws under the display are tightened, the fixture is adjusted, and the 2 upper screws are secured. Then the decorative cover panel is installed. The ambient light strip connector is plugged in and the strip is mounted. People often ask where this light strip is. It is right here. Most probably think it is just a decorative trim piece. The ignition coil is secured inside the lower steering column cover. The lower cover is clipped onto the column, the upper cover is connected, and 3 screws lock it in place. After the upper cover is installed, the steering column and lifting fixture are both adjusted. Unused harnesses from the subassembly are organized. A rubber strap secures the air conditioning drain outlet and the airbag controller connector. 2 screws under the light strip are tightened. After installing the hazard switch, the fixture angle is adjusted again. Now the navigation head unit is installed. Once complete, the dashboard is angled correctly for the robotic arm to grab it. The harness bundles on both sides are placed first, then the sunlight sensor is installed. This is the final step of the sub-assembly process. Finally, the material cart is removed from the fixture. An automated guided vehicle takes the empty racks to the spare parts area. Once reloaded, they return to the first station to start the cycle again. The finished dashboard is then transported to the main assembly line where it gets installed into the car body.